Hi guys, this is RLC321. I'm back again with a quick unboxing, which is going to be for our next video series. But this it's going to be working with resin. I'm hoping this is going to be a resin model kit. I believe it is, judging by the code that I had to sign for it, so I'm kind of hoping it is. So just thought I'd do an unboxing with you guys as well, so you'll be seeing what I see when I see it. Okay, that's typical. Pull that off. Let me just very quickly pull off the name that's on here, because you don't want to see my name and address. And why would you want to see that? There we go. Okay, right, this should be the order from a company called E2046. They basically do resin model kits. There it is, there. And there it is. It's the NFR 101 SES Tyrant Sword Gundam. It's the 144 scale. Quite a big box for a 144 scale, but it's come. You can see it's come very well packed. So just take this plasticky cover off, and then we should have just the box. There, we can get rid of that bit. Right there, very plain box. Now, E2046.com, they do legitimate resin model kits like G System and things like that. This one I know is a recast, and it is a recast of this bad boy. Let's see if we can get it to focus, if it wants to. No, it doesn't really want to, does it? Let's see. See if we can get it to zoom in. There we go. So this is what it is. And so I thought I'd give you a quick unboxing of what it looks like inside the box and what you can expect. We have one photo. Okay, I have one photo just there. Taped to the top of the box, don't know if you can see that too well, is a very small decal sheet, which I thought the decals would be a bit bigger than that, but obviously not. And they're actually pre-cut decals as well, so that's pretty good. That'll do nicely. I might see if I can get some third-party decals for it. You get your instruction booklet, which is basically just looks like just a photocopied, reprinted from Volks. Was the original supplier of this kit, as you can see there. The model was sculpted by Zoki Mura Incorporated. No idea what that is. But I'll go into the parts sheet in a minute. This is the important thing we need, which is our parts list. In a minute, I'm going to pause the video after I've got some of these parts out and lay them out. Make sure we've got them in the exact order that they're in here. This is what you should always do with resin model kits. Always make sure you have everything there. Always, always, always. Right, so that's the parts list. And this is looking like the instructions, and it's very strange to have full coloured instructions with this on that part. Then you get another parts list. It says read me. If only I could read if it was in English. Some of the instructions here. and on there for the arms, weapons and shield. And you got some, at least you got some colour picks here. It gives you a colour guide here as well, which is interesting. I haven't really seen that before. Oh, some more parts of the assembly. And again there. And then lastly, how to put it all together. Now this is going to be a how-to video series on how to work with resin, because I know a few people are interested in that. So it's going to be a start to finish series like I do with my Gundam, my normal Gunpla. It's going to be the same with this. Quality controls card, and we've got lots, whoa, little teeny tiny small pieces in there. Look at that. I don't know what's in there. It's obviously something that's quite fragile in there. But looking at the cast quality so far, it doesn't seem too bad. Bit of an issue right here. Don't know if you guys can see that. A little bit of a raised bit there, whereas the other bit doesn't have it. Excuse me. So we'll have to sort that out. But that's one little baggie. Another one here. Looking at it, I can't see many problems, which is good. Excuse me for coughing. Got really bad chesty cough in a minute. Some of the places they pour the gate marks though is a bit daft, like, yeah, I don't know if that's supposed to be like that or whether we can cut them off, but we'll check it out soon enough. That says that baggie. What's this one? Oh, even bigger baggie. Got a little bit of flash. You can barely see it, but there's a little bit of flash in there. There we go, you can see that now. But the detail on it looks really, really good. Let's see if we can get a nice... The details looks pretty good. I mean, we'll have a closer look at these when we take them out of the baggies. Okay, this looks like for the shield and the gun. Look at the size of that shield. You know, if this is a 144 scale kit, this is actually going to be quite big. But again, let's see if we can get up close and personal here. Look at the detail in that. Now, I know these are the part of the legs. These are parts of the shoulders, and the feet are just here and legs. It's actually looks like it's been cast really, really well. And that's obviously part of. Oh, they've done the whole waist as a one part. Okay. Well, that's a very quick unboxing. There's nothing else in the box there. There's a very quick unboxing for you. So I'm going to lay these parts out, make sure we've got everything, and then we'll be back. As it's part of the start to finish series, you need to see it obviously from start to finish. We make sure we've got all the parts that we need. So I'll be laying those out, and then we'll go from there. Okay then, guys. I'll see you soon. This is RLC321 saying goodbye. Right, here we are, back again. Now, I have tried to keep this in the order of the part sheet, but I got bored and decided not to. Now I've taken most of the bigger parts out. I've left the smaller parts in their baggies, and we're just going to have to double check those when we go through checking the parts, because I don't want to lose any of these smaller parts. So I'm going to keep them in the baggies until I need them. So I usually keep the yellow box these came with, including the bubble wrap in it. And what I do now is it's very similar to what's on the. If we go have a look at here. Yeah, what I've put on there is very, very similar, just not exactly the same. So we may have to hunt for the parts, but it doesn't matter. Now, what you need is a pen, and we're going to pick up a part and just give a little tick and then refine it and put it back in the box. That way we know exactly we've got what we've got, basically. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to be showing these parts in a bit more detail as well. So here's the first one, so I can put a little tick there. I mean, let's just have a look at this. Look at the detail on that. It's actually a really, really, really good cast. There's hardly any blemishes on there. There is a little bit of flash here, as you can see. See if we can get up. Let's see, is it gonna focus it? There we go. You can see there's a little bit of flash there, but it's easily cleaned up. And yes, so really nicely cast bit, and this is a recast. I mean, this here is obviously where they've poured it out, and we have to get rid of that, but that's all part of the process of doing the start to finish. Second part is the same, and if you look here, we can try and get him up a bit more closer. There we go, got again just a little bit of a blemish inside there, but I think, and just there needs just a little bit of a sand off to make it look good. But even so, for a recast, it's really, really good. We may have to talk about rescribing some of these panel lines because they look very, very faint. Let's see if I can get. Come on, you know you want to. Bring in autofocus. Right, let's see if I can just try it this way if that doesn't want to zoom in. Okay, we'll try that again. Sorry about that, it seems to be a bit of a power cut issue. I'm not going to show you every single little piece on here, but you're just getting the idea. Like what I've done so far, you can see I've made a little mark, just so I know that I've got those pieces. I will show you some of the major pieces on here, like this one here. This is part of the shoulder unit, I believe, but again, the detail looks really, really good, and not that much cleanup issues as well. And this is just a very quick glance. And there's the other side. Now you can see, I don't know if you can see here, but it's actually very, very thin here. So we have to be, when we're cutting this part off, we have to be very, very careful, because we don't want to ruin the part underneath. And as I say, when I start doing the start to finish series on this properly, you'll see the best way to go about it. Let's have another look at another big part here. I have no idea. I think this might be the body unit, part of the body. But let's have a look. Let's have a closer look here. Yeah, look at the detail on this is really, really good. Nice, clean, crisp. It's not very often you get a resin model kit that's this good, to be fair. I've had some doozies, but this one looks like it's going to be pretty good. And ODD. Which one are you? There it is there. Okay. Let's have a look at the shield. Now the shield, I wanted to talk about the shield. Because even though the detail on the shield is absolutely awesome. It really, really is awesome. There's just something I need to talk about. The shield, I believe, is supposed to be straight. But if you could look at it here, you can see that it's actually not. So we're going to have to talk about how we can get this nice and straight. And we'll discuss that at a later date when we get to it. Which will be one of the videos I'll be doing. But yeah, again, it's the detail on this is really impressive. This is part of the gun. And it looks like in some parts it's even got like parts where it's been where they've pre-drilled holes ready for you to put pins in. Again, we'll talk about pinning parts as well in the series. This is also part of the shoulder unit. I do apologise if that wasn't in shoulder, because I've got my computer screen all the way over on the right hand side, so it's very difficult for me to see what's what. Let's see if I can. There. We do it like that. Okay. So that's those two parts, and you just basically just keep marking off once you've made sure you've got them. This, I believe, is the top part of the thigh, and as you can see, again, for some reason they've decided to keep this as one piece instead of separating it, which is good because it's going to make our job a little bit easier, but at the same time it's going to be a pain in the ass because we're going to have to do loads of masking on this, and you know how much I love masking. Yes. What else are we going to look at? Let's look at another. I think this is one of the feet. I believe this is one of the feet. I could be mistaken though. And no idea. I don't know what part it is. But as I say, the detail on it is good. Let's have a look at one of these arms here. It looks like it's got part of an inner frame, and then there we go, part of an inner frame here, then you've got outer frame on there. I wonder if this used to be a, no, if it was Volks it would be a resin kit. I know Volks do plastic kits, but I don't think this was one. But I could be wrong. I've been known to be wrong in the past. It's very rare that it happens, but it does happen. Just kidding. But yeah, but again, just the detail on this is unreal. So anyway, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to go through these parts, make sure I've got everything. Oh, let's have a look at a lower foot. Is that a foot, or is that? Yeah, that's a foot, I think. Yeah, it's a foot. I'm going to go through the rest of these parts anyway and make sure I've got everything that I need. And the next video, we shall start about talking about cleaning up these paw marks, gate marks. Okay, well, thanks for watching, guys, and in the next series of videos we shall be getting rid of paw marks, sanding, doing a excuse me, how to pin these into place, test fitting, making sure there's no problems, and how to fix them if there is. Okay, well, this is RLC321 saying goodbye, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care, guys. Bye bye.